Welcome back. April 4th, National Chicken Cordon Bleu Day. Love chicken cordon bleu. But, like most people, it's a pain to make because you gotta pound out your chicken, you gotta roll it with the Swiss and the ham and the, and then you some people breadcrumb it, some people don't. I prefer the breadcrumb, gives a nice crunch when you're eating. But a lot of times you run into the problem of when you're cutting into it, the chicken, after you've rolled it and you're cooking it, doesn't sometimes cook all the way through in the center, and it can be a little bit of a pain to do. Plus the whole act of rolling it and everything, pounding it down and rolling it, whatever. So today, what we're going to do is an idea that I had of a deconstructed chicken cordon bleu. It's going to have the Milanese style chicken, the breaded chicken cutlets, but we're going to do the ham and the Swiss part in our sauce, which is going to be like this creamy sauce that goes over the whole thing, and we're going to put it over egg noodles, so it really just, it's really going to be a fun day today with this one. Alrighty, so we're going to start. I have my stuff here, my breading station just about ready. We're going to fry our cutlets first, okay? Be right back. Alrighty, so we're going to start off with a little olive oil and a couple tablespoons of butter in a pan. We're going to heat this up while we start our chicken here. You guys all know how to bread and fry chicken, I'm sure, so I won't have to sit here and go through this with you. You know, it's the flour, the egg, the breadcrumb. I like to use a combination of panko and just regular Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, okay? Because I like the panko, but I like the flavor of the Italian as well. So I use a combination of both. So we're just going to flour, egg, and then breadcrumb our chicken. Okay, as soon as that oil's ready, we're going to go right into that fryer and we're going to fry it up. We're going to do that with all of our chicken today. I'm not going to talk you through every single piece. So you'll just have to figure it out and follow along, okay? Now the other thing is that I love about this idea is today we're using one pan. That's it. You're going to make this whole dish with this pan. Nothing else. You're not going to have to, I mean, okay, we got a couple dishes and pans here to do our breading. But as far as the actual cooking of the dinner itself, we're going to do it all in this pan. Alrighty? So let me fry up my chicken and I'll be back when it's all ready. Okay, so we're done with all our chicken cutlets. But I'm one of those crazy people that I like to bake it a little bit too when I'm done to make sure it's cooked all the way through. I just get nervous about chicken that's undercooked. Just me, cooking me. Okay, so we just wiped out our pan and we're going to get ready to start our sauce that's going to go on our chicken, okay? In the meantime too, we're also going to start boiling our water for our egg noodles that we're serving over, okay? Be back in a minute. Okay, for our cordon bleu sauce today, we need 2½ cups of chicken stock, 1½ cups of milk, 3/4 cup of flour, 3 tablespoons of dry white wine, 2 tablespoons of butter, a cup of shredded Swiss cheese, and a cup of chopped up ham. Alrighty, let's get started on this. I have my pot going for my egg noodles, and I'm going to start heating up my pan again. That's the same pan that we used. Like I said, we're going to try to just use that today. We just wiped it out, you know, emptied whatever oil was left in there and emptied it out. We're now going to throw our 2 tablespoons of butter in there and heat that up. And then we're going to mix in our flour and make our roux, okay? Okay, so we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of butter to our pan. Melt that down. Okay, and then we're going to sprinkle in our flour and make a roux, okay? Most of you know what that is, okay? Now, of course, once it comes together like that and gets clumpy, You just want to stir it so it gets smooth. That's why I didn't dump it all in at once. Just want to add a little bit at a time. Essentially what we're doing here is we're starting our base with a cream of chicken soup is what we're making in a sense. Okay, I'm going to add some of my chicken stock now. Okay. Now you can, if you wanted to, entirely up to you, if you wanted to skip this step of making this chicken soup, this cream of chicken soup, you could just buy the canned cream of chicken soup. I just prefer to make it from scratch. I think it'll give it a lot more flavor, it'll be a little more authentic than just opening up a can of soup. Sometimes, you know, it's a busy night and you just want to kind of get dinner on the table, that works too, but we have the time, so we're going to try to do it from scratch today. Okay, so now to that, I'm going to add our milk. Okay, once I have the flour stirred in with the chicken stock, I'm just going to add our milk to this. And as this sits and simmers, it's going to thicken up, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Make sure we got a low to medium heat. And just let it simmer until it thickens up, okay? In the meantime, we're going to drop our egg noodles into our pot of water. So once you see that it's starting to thicken up, what you want to do is take your 3 tablespoons of dry white wine and put that in. Okay, and I'm also going to put in some fresh, some chopped thyme and mix that in. And then make sure you taste, a little salt and pepper if you need. Okay, you just want to make sure it's got a nice flavor, you know, a nice chickeny flavor. Like chicken soup, cream of chicken soup. Let's see. Beautiful. Alrighty, so we're just going to let this simmer for a little bit more just to really make sure that wine cooks down a little bit in here. And then we'll add our last 2 ingredients, okay? Chicken's in the oven just baking to make sure it's fully cooked. Pasta's in the pot. Egg noodles ready to go, or almost ready to go. So we'll be back. Okay, so I added a little pepper to our sauce. I was going to add salt, and then I remembered that we're adding ham to this, and ham is usually salty. So you might want to wait until after you add the cheese and the ham, okay? So now you're going to take your cup of shredded cheddar into your mix here. That's going to help thicken this up too and make this a really thick sauce. Okay? So you're going to stir that in, and you're going to stir in your chopped ham. Okay? Alrighty, so everything is ready to go to plate up. Here's our nice hot egg noodles. Okay. I chose the thin ones today. Usually I get the thicker ones, but today I figured I'd try the thin ones, okay? We're going to take one of our chicken cutlets, put that on top, and then the star that makes it Cordon Bleu is our thick Cordon Bleu sauce. It's a nice creamy chicken sauce with Swiss cheese and ham in it, so you're getting all the flavors of the Cordon Bleu without the work of having to roll it and bake it and sit here and wait. See how fast this was? Came together nicely. We're going to try this one. I've kind of made this one before. I've done the soup version, the canned soup version, but I wanted to try to do it from scratch, more from scratch myself. So we're going to try it and see how this one is. I'm sure it's going to be a winner though. Be right back. Oops, I forgot. Need some more cheese. Because I got to put some Parm cheese on this too. Anything with pasta has to have some Parm cheese. Plus, you can never have enough cheese. I don't care what it is. Alrighty, let me get a fork and knife. Be right back to try this one. Okay, so there we go. There's our deconstructed chicken Cordon Bleu. Let me just take a piece of, just want to cut a couple pieces so I can look at you and talk to you while I'm eating it, okay? Delicious. We're going to see. With the egg noodles, make sure you get some of that Swiss cheese and ham sauce, just like a traditional Cordon Bleu. So good. Everything goes really well together. The thyme that I threw into the sauce at the end really is kicking in and gives it a really nice flavor. The ham and the Swiss and the sauce. You got this beautiful cream sauce over the crispy chicken. Totally works. Much easier version of chicken cordon bleu than sitting there and rolling it and stuffing it and baking it, and then you take it out and you slice it and the chicken's not cooked enough and you got to put it back, and nobody wants to deal with that. Do this. 1 pan on the stove. Well, 2 if you count the pot for the egg noodles. But you don't have to do egg noodles. You can do it over rice. You can do it just the chicken if you wanted to. You don't even need the pasta at all. I just really like the idea of this sauce on the egg noodle. Alrighty? Chicken cordon bleu day, everybody. Enjoy it. See you tomorrow.